Now, this week, it is Mental Health Awareness Week, and the charity Lancashire Mind are this year asking communities and individuals to do something a bit different to step up and stand out for better mental health for all. Emma Bateman is from Lancashire Mind, and I'm delighted to welcome Emma to the show this morning. How are you doing, Emma?
I'm really well, Sharon. Thank you so much for having me.
You're more than welcome. So, Mental Health Awareness Week, what's it all about, Emma?
Yeah, so Mental Health Awareness Week, it's an annual event, so it takes place every year, and it basically provides an opportunity for the whole of the UK to focus on achieving good mental health, and the week each year has a different theme. So this year's theme is loneliness, something that I'm sure we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Particularly, over the last few years, a lot of us will have experienced loneliness, and we perhaps haven't experienced it before. And we know that it's a key kind of driver in poor mental health. So if you're lonely, it really does impact your mental health. And as I say, it's something that we can all experience and we can all relate to. I think previously loneliness has been associated with perhaps older people and people in sort of certain living situations, but actually it affects all of us. And it's interesting, the Samaritans actually released some information this weekend around increases in calls that they'd been experiencing around loneliness. And actually a lot of those calls were coming from teens and people in their 20s. So I think that really shows that the loneliness is something that can universally affect anyone, really.
And of course, having been through the pandemic for the last 2 years, it's been one of the things we've talked about so many times, loneliness. But we can all play our part, I suppose, in that, can't we? By being kind to others, and a simple smile or a hello to somebody that you might recognise as maybe being on their own, be it young, old, whoever it might be.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually at Lancashire Mind, we've used this week to focus on combating loneliness. So we're actually focusing on connection and the importance of connection, and what we can do to improve our connections with people, increase our opportunities to connect with people. So we've got lots going on this week on our social media, across our website. We're sharing lots of examples of how people across Lancashire connect, what they do to improve their connections, challenges that they face to connecting. We've got a really interesting blog from one of our team which really explores loneliness and talks about it in sort of quite a different way, which is a really interesting read. And then we've also created a lovely a free resource which basically has loads of tips around really, fun things that you can do to connect every day, really simple things, to connect with others. And then we've also got lots of signposting on our website as well to organisations who support people specifically with loneliness. So I'd really recommend that people pop onto our website and kind of have a look at what we've got going on, because there's lots on there. And as I say, it's all free and accessible for people. And yeah, we just really want to promote the importance of connection in combating loneliness. We think that's so key to helping.
Emma, are you still sort of seeing or hearing from a lot of people getting in touch post-pandemic now? There's a lot of talk of things being back to normal, and obviously we can go out now without restrictions, but people do still experience social isolation, don't they, and loneliness. Is that reflected in the number of people that get in touch with your organisation?
Yeah, definitely. And I think the fact that loneliness has been selected as the theme for mental health awareness this year, despite the fact that we are out of the pandemic in a lot of ways, just goes to show that it is something that is still very much prevalent. And I think it probably was something that was there pre-pandemic, but maybe people, I don't know, weren't as aware that it was loneliness that they were perhaps experiencing. I think what the pandemic's done is sort of showed us sort of what loneliness feels like, what it is, and the different and how different it can look. As I said earlier on, it's not kind of what a lot of people would assume it to look like. I think there are a lot of people who outwardly seem to have a lot of friends, a lot of family, a very good support network around them. But actually, if they don't feel that they can talk about a particular feeling that they're experiencing, that can be incredibly lonely. So you can have people that kind of look like they have all the friends in the world, but actually they are experiencing loneliness. So I do think it is something that has been brought to the forefront, and it is something that people will continue to experience. It's just, as I say, about doing those things like encouraging connection and all the sort of little things that we can do that can help people to open up if they are feeling that way.